Aries, thank you so much for checking out the channel. We are officially 4 months old. That's so thrilling, so exciting. Please remember to subscribe, to comment, and to like this video, as well as check me out on Facebook and Instagram at claire.voyant.queen and Twitter at _Claire_voyant. Please remember that I read energy in and around you. This could apply to you, but this also could apply to your partner. This could apply to anyone. Please also remember to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus and additional placements for more messages and more content. Thank you so much for watching. Hi Aries, thank you so much for checking out your November 2020 love and relationship reading. Let's jump right in. Tell me about Aries. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. 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 Okay, a couple more shuffles. Tell me about Aries. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Aries, November 2020, November. Aries, November of 2020. Okay. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This also came up in Pisces, I believe, was finances and career. And flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. Interesting. Aries, I really feel like you're being tied down to a job right now. You're being tied down to your job, to a career, to money, is what it feels like. Feels like you're almost kind of in workaholic mode. Feels like you're almost kind of work. And I really get the impression that the universe is asking you to take a moment, take a breather. You know, you're allowed to step back from that. You're allowed to release that. And, you know, if you're looking for romance, if you're looking for love, feel free to flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others, right? So it kind of feels like you're almost being tied down to something right now. Something very practical, very, stable, very secure. But it feels like you're almost investing all of your time, effort, and energy in that, versus investing your energy into your romantic life, is what it feels like. Let's pull some animal spirit cards and we'll see what comes up. Tell me about Aries. Aries for November of 2020. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Aries for November of 2020. Aries. November of 2020. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Tell me about Aries. November of 2020. Aries. One more shuffle. Aries, November of 2020. Okay, Aries. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Aries, you are the otter. That's funny. Or maybe we had the otter in Cancer, right? We had finances and career in Pisces, and we had the otter in Cancer. You could be dealing with a water sign. You could have a water placement. But that's funny that both of those cards came up. Your partner is the bee. In your emotional connection, we have the fox. And in your physical connection, we have the phoenix. Beautiful. Okay. Let's read from the book because I do like you to have all the information you can have. Let's see here. We're going to start off with the otter. Let's see. Ooh, I just saw it. There we go. The otter. This is you. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. They have the giddiness and reverence for life itself without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. Yes, Aries, I'm really getting the impression that, especially with Free Yourself, it's time to take back control of your life. It feels like you are stuck in some sort of job or some sort of career or some sort of project. You are stuck in something that you're working on something very, very, very hard. And it feels like you're almost losing sight of what's around you is what it feels like. And I feel like the universe is asking you to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and really claim this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful playfulness, this beautiful, beautiful otter energy that's almost a little bit, flirtatious, extend your lighthearted energy towards others. It's very light, it's very joyful, it's very playful, right? I feel like this is what's being asked of you, is the impression that I'm getting. But that's not necessarily what you are experiencing in this present moment, right? Let's go to your partner as the bee. Let's see here. To be honest, I feel like this reading is all about you. I feel like we're not physically reading for a partner. I feel like we're physically reading for you and you alone, Aries. But let's go to the bee. Let's see here. B actually might be number... The bee. Here we go. Earnest, hardworking, and democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon, right? Team projects, right? Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they are artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling and joyous personalities until they are too tired from all the work, and then they gripe and then they sting. There is something about you and working. I feel like you are on work overhaul. I feel like you're a workaholic. I feel like you're working too much, is what it feels like. And it feels like it's almost... I feel like they're showing me two ends of a spectrum here, where it's you're either working too much and you're almost going to gripe and going to sting, or you're finding a balance of work, right? And you're finding a balance of play, right? It's almost I feel like they're asking you to step away from your job, from your career, take some time out for yourself and really flirt and engage yourself, right? Engage yourself with people that are out there is what it feels like. Let's go to the emotional connection, which is the fox. Let's see. The fox. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. That's funny. I feel like this is an indicator. This is indicating to me that essentially if we if we like free ourselves, right? If we free ourselves from whatever like bounds that we are tied to right now, we could have this fox energy coming in, is what it feels like. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us to stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes do not do well when they slip away. Right? Like, look at all of the relations to like work and business. Skillful in business. I feel like there was another comment about working or something like that nature. But it's all about you overworking yourself. You're overworking yourself, Aries, which is funny. Like, I'm thinking about astrologically what's going on, right? And we have Mars, which is your ruler, that is retrograde currently in your sign, right? Mars is like the planet of like aggression. It's the masculine energy. It's the planet of aggression. It's the planet of productivity. It's the planet of working, of like the power that we put behind projects and put behind things, right? And with Mars being retrograde, we're almost like low on energy. We're almost like low, and Aries is a sign that works. Usually, like I've heard this said a couple times, that Aries, the only way to get an Aries to stop working, the only way to get an Aries to stop focusing and stop doing, is for them to physically like get some sort of illness or get some sort of like health problem. And that usually puts them on their ass because they can't work, they can't do things, right? I just keep getting this energy of you overworking. And like this energy of like a connection and a relationship is very present. Like, it can happen, but it can only happen when you really step away from what you're focusing on right now. Let's focus on the Phoenix. Let's see here. The Phoenix is a animal spirit card. It's one of 7 in the deck. And you got 1, which is beautiful. It's also reminiscent of the first chakra, right? Or the root chakra. And it's in your physical relationship. Freedom from suffering. There's that word again. Freedom. Free yourself. Freedom from suffering, right? Freedom from suffering, past karma, and reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we've been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and the lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves. Again, we may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely, it's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. This is transformative energy. This is the energy of, stuckness, right? Talks about dead weight, talks about burning through the baggage, right? Burning through the baggage. This is an indicator to me that you're going to like release a little bit, that you're going to like lighten up on your workload, like is what this is suggesting to me. Let's pull some traditional tarot. We'll kind of clarify what's on the board, and then we will wrap it up. Tell me about Aries. And also, like, look at the Phoenix. Look how fiery that is, right? How fiery. And, like, think about how fiery of a sign Aries is, too. Even, like, the symbol for Aries is the ram's horns, right? But, like, even when I look at the Phoenix, it's funny because all I'm thinking about are the ram's horns honestly kind of looking like wings. Tell me about Aries. Aries for November of 2020. Tell me about Aries. Aries for November of 2020. Tell me about Aries. Aries for November of 2020. Okay. Feels nice, feels shuffled. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Aries for November of 2020. Yeah, I want to stop here. Okay. Tell me about Aries for November of 2020. Aries in your current position or current situation. King of Wands, there you are, Aries. Look at you in your power doing the damn thing. Ooh, that's interesting. I already want to stop right here, but let's keep going. Tell me about Aries' partner. Aries' partner, current situation. Their current situation. Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Tell me about their past connection. Aries and their partner's past connection. 9 of Swords in reverse. Tell me about Aries and their partner's current connection. Aries and their partner's current connection. 3 of Cups in reverse. And then tell me about Aries and their partner's future connection. Aries and their partner's future connection. 3 of Pentacles. Wow, this is kind of cool. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have 2 face cards on the board, Aries. We have the King of Wands, right? King of Wands, there you are. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? That is you. That is you in your power. The King of Wands is not a knight, not a queen. They are a king, right? They're at the top of their game. They are older. They are mature. The King of Wands is the most attractive masculine energy in the deck, right? Everyone's attracted to the King of Wands. They're very fiery. They're very passionate. They're go-getters. They invest a lot of time, effort, and energy into projects that they love, right? That is you. That is you. But you're currently looking real mighty fine, but you're almost working is what's going on. It's almost like people are attracted to you right now, but it's like you're almost like you have your blinders on is what it feels like. You have your blinders on because you're so focused on your work and so focused on career, right? And they're asking you just to be a little bit more flirtatious, a little bit more lighthearted here. And then over here we have the Queen of Wands I just said the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords in reverse, right? Queen of Swords is air energy. So this person that is coming in or this person that you're dealing with could be a Aquarius, they could be a Gemini, or they could be a Libra, right? And the Queen of Wands in reverse, still there's a butterfly on the throne. Look at that butterfly on the throne. Think about butterflies being very symbolic of transformation. Think about the phoenix being very symbolic of transformation, right? And the Queen of Swords, essentially, it's still a very, mature, older energy, right? It is feminine energy versus the masculine energy. However, the Queen of Swords, especially in reverse, can be a little bit colder, a little bit more detached, a little bit more defensive, a little bit more guarding, a little bit more cutting, right? It feels like, someone who is not in the best place, especially when this card is in reversed. I'm really fixated on these clouds, right? When it's upright, it looks like a beautiful, beautiful day, but when it's in reverse, I'm really fixated on these clouds here. And that kind of suggests to me that their mind might be a little bit clouded. They might not be thinking clearly. They might not be speaking clearly. They might not be communicating clearly. It feels like they're almost like stuck in a little bit of like a negative space here, I want to say. This also could be your energy of essentially, if we're going off this idea of like these are more spectrums, like this reading really isn't about a partnership as much as it is about you. These could be like almost like spectrums is how I feel like they're describing it to me, of like you being overworked, right? You being overworked and you start to sting, right? That could be that sort of energy here. And then, you really kind of balancing out your workload and you really kind of like engaging in more lightheartedness, like activities. Like you could be like honestly very, very physically attracted like to people, or people could be very, very physically attracted to you, right? It feels like that could be another big theme here. In this past connection, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, right? Nine of Swords in reverse. I've actually seen this card, I want to say 2 times now, and I'm only 5 readings in, so this has been kind of a common card for the month. But to me, this is really suggesting, this is the card of dreams. This is the card of nightmares. This is the card of mental burdens, right? Mental anxiety, mental depression, right? It's plaguing. It's almost like a plaguing going on in the mind, right? And so it almost feels like when it's in reverse, we've kind of experienced like we're coming out of some sort of very like mentally draining, mentally taxing situation is what it feels like, Aries. And you kind of maybe you're healing from it. You're healing from it, right? We've experienced it, but now we're healing from it. And it feels like we have 2 threes on the board. Pay attention to that. We have the 3 of Cups and we have the 3 of Pentacles here. But the 3 of Cups is really talking about someone who, the 3 of Cups really talks about like celebration, right? Celebration with family and friends. It's the card of like joyous activities, right? It's the card of going out. It's the card of socializing. It's the card of engaging, right? It's the card of like dating. It's the card of flirting, right? And when it's in reverse, essentially, we're going more internally, right? We're spending more time alone. We're not really engaging with family and friends. We're not really, going out and dating. We're really not flirting, right? And the reason why is because you are so focused on work. You are so focused on work, Aries. What the fuck is going on? And then in your future outcome, right? This is what's funny to me. This is what's funny. This is the 3 of Pentacles upright. And this man is essentially teaching these 2 men how to build this chapel, how to build this cathedral, how to build this archway here, right? With these 3 pentacles engaged, with these 3 pentacles engraved. It's a card of teamwork, right? It's a card of work, but it's a card of teamwork. It's a card of like getting things done together versus getting things done like by yourself, right? What this tells me, Aries, is that you might have someone in your work life, in your school life, whatever project that you've been working on, whatever project that you've been really committed to, it feels like you might be bringing more people into this project. It feels like there might be more people involved in this project, and it feels like this is where your partner is. It feels like it's almost like they're like, take off the blinders, like open your eyes. Like if you're looking for love, like it's already in front of you, but you need to stop working, or you need to pay attention more. Stop investing all your time and energy into your job, Open your eyes and look at what's around you, because I have a feeling there is someone around you that finds you incredibly attractive, incredibly attractive. And I think you're working with them. And I think if you were to take off your blinders, I feel like they they're ready. They're ready for some sort of commitment with you, Aries. But thank you so much for checking out your November 2020 love and relationship reading, and I will see you guys in December. Adios.